The year 2012 brought together a group of youths with a common agenda, and the agenda was creating positive impact in the community. The actualization of the agenda was legally formalized in the year 2013 June by the registration of ESANGO Youth Group. This was under the District Gender and Social Development.
We think that as young people, we are responsible for the success of our country in terms of development, and more particularly in Kisii and Nyamira County. That's why as the ESANGO Youth Group, we came together in 2012 and had the idea that we need to transform our society through handling issues of plastics, tackling of solid waste management products over a time which has transitioned into supporting the water resource management as a whole component in the water sector, and that led to the birth of this ESANGO Youth Group, focusing now in the water sector as a whole.
ESANGO Youth Group has undertaken quite a number of activities since inception, and these include crop farming, solid waste management, plastic recycling, water catchment area protection, training program, and most recently, water bottling. The youth group has also encountered quite a number of challenges. These include limited scope of coverage, since the youth groups are limited to the only sub-county of registration. This has been limiting the group from undertaking more activities. Another challenge is lack of trust from the public, since there are so many myths that have faced such groups, insinuating that they are not properly organized. Based on the above challenges, coupled with the passion the group had, they had to think of another option, and that was registering a non-governmental organization. In
2020, we started to focus more on the water sector, and that's why we felt we registered this organization into an NGO, which is currently called the Initiative for Sustainable Community Development, which has over time now opened its offices in Kisii County, and we are looking forward to support the issues of water. Then we link this with issues of education, health, issues of livelihood, because we realize that water is a component that is so critical in other sectors in this country.
And so this NGO, what we normally do is more of economic activities to empower women in our society. For example, crop farming. In this project, the main challenge that we're normally facing is a limited number of resources that we can use to ensure the project runs. And also, there's a conflict between environment and human activities, you know, like the planting of water depleting trees and also farming around the water catchment areas. These activities that we're doing is also affecting the water that we're drinking. So what we're doing is protecting our water catchment areas by cutting down the trees and planting indigenous trees, and also trying to ensure like the farming activities are stopped around the place to ensure that the water is safe for drinking. Going forward is to ensure like the GBV cases, that is the gender-based violence cases, for example rape and sextortion, is really reduced and maybe minimized, and to ensure that we empower more of our women within our community, and also to ensure that our girls also get to access the same education that our brothers also access, because normally, you know, these responsibilities is laid on our backs as girls and women. And then at the end of the day, we are competing for the same resources and for the same education. Also, we want to ensure like the environment is also protected from pollution, for example, plastic waste pollution, you know, things to do with climate change. Yeah.
How can we bring our people to improve their livelihood? How can we ensure that our people have reduced incidences of diseases in the county and so on? For that, we are coming together to partner with the county government of Kisii and Nyamira, and above all the national government of Kenya, so that we can also call the like-minded actors and stakeholders in the sector, international partners, NGOs, CPOs, and other local organizations who can help us.
My name is Samson Mayaka, Head of Programs ISCoD. I brought you to this place as one of the places that I've been encroached into, that all sorts of activities are taking place from here. We have our cars being cleaned from the other side. We have our mothers and sisters cleaning their clothes from also over the other side, as you can see. We also have crop farming taking place from the upper side. All of those ones are introducing pollutants into our water catchment area, including our water springs. You realize that all those have dire consequences once we consume water that is contaminated. I'm calling upon all stakeholders here, including the local administration, to come here, to join hands, to sensitize our people against those activities for the sake of us and also for the sake of the future generations.
Thousands of people have lived without love, but not even one has lived without water. These are not my words, but the words of an English poet, Winston Hugh Auden, as it is emphasized by 80-year-old Mzee Jeremiah Torodi.
Naona kitako nyore karon jenkirete naona ga somiri skubega imari to jirange ocha kachanga nyora abana aba bakomburu mwaka no twanchire rochi mata elinde torigere torro sene nyari kane konyora astura nyari ko beka macha ba maya egera naona abantu batoitana ine ga banyora macha masafi ekara macha ramabe you get the diseases na kyarete nganjira abana banga inye kere ngam konyara mure walk down and start it off nganja mangana inga aina mangana maya ekiata incha ko benefit as an individual ya ko benefit ya bantu bale ga aba surrounding people ya paka na ne chisukuru yichirange ga nya gitari nerere nsamate bantu besirikale batewe ba give hand well wishers barugen tokeke egere egento buneke ke research center ye enyale okora even more research bapanuye kabisa nabyo bantu abanga bara njiko nyora macha yamaya gise gikiri nabate chikora rwana ari karwa bigitu kiraini bakolegia macha moment ngabono iga ari sabana bakoenda banyaruka nabisike iga bakonya kaba ambushed barwani uchisegi bakorye binte bibe aria. Tell me, what is this?
At ISCoD, majorly we measure the protection of water catchment areas and springs with the main essence of availing safe and enough water to our communities and people in those communities. This initiative came on board because of the challenges that were faced in our communities regarding the safety and quantity of water in our societies. In the program, we've been carrying out the protection of water catchment areas through our water resource management programs. We've also been carrying out the monitoring and tracking of diverse parameters of water in these catchment areas to ascertain and avail safe water to these people in our communities. Thus, to ensure that any occurrence and detection of wrong parameters in water are easily dealt with and corrective measures undertaken. At the same time, we're providing the aspects of carrying out surveys in our communities to ensure that we get contextual gaps in our communities and also at the same time offer contextual solutions to these problems as communities, so that overall we'll have quality and enough water to our societies.
As ISCoD, we have realized how much impact water can have on lives of people and how its unavailability and lack of safe water can have a catastrophic impact on human lives, for example, health, security, education, economic progress, among others.
The main problem of water in our school is the distance from where it is fetched. We do not have tanked water, we only have river water. The river is located about 3 kilometers away. To avail it in school, children are sent to come with them in school in the morning. As they come, sometimes some of them forget. As they run to school, they find that they are late for other programs of the school. We would wish to be helped.
We have been having problems related to water. Among the problems which are affecting even the teachers at school and our children, our mothers and our wives. They normally go for very long distances to fetch water. At times at night, if the children are sent, we have had cases where children are raped because they went for water at night. We have had cases where children fail to do their homeworks and they are disciplined at school because they did not do their homeworks. They went to fetch water. We have got cases in the offices where women are fighting at the springs for water. These are problems that if they continue, our area, we are going to experience many cases, especially teenage pregnancies due to rape. When children are going to get water, we are going to get assault cases where mothers are fighting for that water. We request that this situation should not continue.
Let's come together and ensure that we inform and educate our people on the essence of consumption of clean water.
We look forward to welcoming all of us for this great launch for ISCoD so that we can continue to bring our ideas together and realize the future of this organization. Thank you.